You're watching the News Channel 15 Highlight Zone with Glenn Marini. Sports coverage you can count on with the Highlight Zone starts now.
Pretty much our conference game, really big for us.
They want to win just as much as you want to win.
All those years waiting on time to rise above, rise above.
It's not a revenge piece or anything like that.
Everybody staying focused, not messing around.
There's a little bit more at stake here.
Just doing our job on every play.
I've been waiting for.
Oh, hi there. Just enjoying a magic burger from Churubusco, and maybe it's the key to the magic for the Churubusco football team on the football field. Now, the only thing scarier than the clowns at the Magic Burger, at the Magic Wand, I should say, would be a good Central Noble team, a team that could knock off those Churubusco Eagles. That's the matchup we had in your Highlight Zone game of the week. And Andy McDonald joins us now with more on the big game. Andy.
Thank you, Glenn. I'm glad you're enjoying that magic burger. Like Will Ferrell in the movie Old School, the Cougars and Eagles, they're going streaking. Coming in, Central Noble, winners of 5 straight. Churubusco, 6 in a row. Central Noble at Class 1A, number 3 Churubusco, your Highlight Zone game of the week. A win by Busco, and they clinched the NECC small division outright. But Central Noble, yeah, they knocked off the Eagles 19-17 last year in Albion. No short-term memory for the Eagles. First quarter, Jake Folk around the edge and down the sideline to the house. There would be no deja vu tonight for this team. Reese Wicker, he'd make sure of that. Yeah, he's an offensive lineman, the junior, leading the charge around the edge, and watch this block. Boom. Yeah, that's a top play nominee from the old lineman there for Busco. We'll get a replay of it just to see you. See you tomorrow. They take to the air in the second quarter. It's 14-zip already when Tom Richards finds Gage Kelly on the bootleg. 21-zip Busco right there, still in the second. Central Noble, they break loose. Nick Rawls, long one, 80-yard scamper. Yeah, this is actual speed. It's 28-7 at the half. This Eagles team, though, so many weapons, and they know how to use them. 5 different players found the end zone on the night, including Joey Eisenheiser here, the Busco. They claim the NECC small division title outright. No sharing, 42-14, that final.
There was definitely a bad taste in our mouth. It tastes a lot better this year, obviously. They were a great team. It just feels good to beat them. We haven't been up there in a while. I mean, last year we shared it, but we haven't been outright champs in over 5 years, I think, so it just feels great.
I've thought about 365 days. I've nonstop thinking about it. Be more physical in there, take more punishment, and give out more punishment.
We lost it last year. We were in the driver's seat, and we laid an egg against Central Noble. And I think that, to be in control of your own destiny and to execute when you need to and finish things. And we talked a lot this week about playing 4 quarters.
And magical it is for the Magic Burger. Busco at West Oval in Week 8, while Central Noble hosts Eastside. Glenn, back to you.
Delicious. Hey, in the SAC Battle of the Bishops, Dwenger beat Lures by 1 point last season. Saints, the only team left undefeated in that chase for the victory belt. It was a 15-7 game. Dwenger with the advantage in the fourth quarter, but that is Mr. Jordan Presley. He breaks free deep into Saint territory, and then Norman Kanapke, Jamie Johnson. It's a good combination. Touchdown makes it 15-13. Lures would go for 2. Defensive coordinator Casey Kolkman dialing up the blitz. That's Hayden Ellinger with the stop, and that was key because, yeah, it was a 15-13 game. Dwenger trying to run out the clock. A good guy to do that with is Mr. TJ Tipman, and the Saints do just that. They bend, they don't break, they stay undefeated. Saints win the Battle of the Bishops 15-13.
That was pretty big. Our defense, we fell apart a little bit there at the end, but we stick with it. My D linemen, they did their job. Our team is phenomenal, and we got in there. We got that stop. It was huge.
Concerned, we are a run-first team, and we take pride in that. And last week we took advantage of some opportunities that were there. This week we missed a few, and that's football. And I'm just proud of how our guys played, grinding it out, especially there at the end.
Lures is at Southside next week, while Dwenger hosts Snyder. That will be your game of the week. Now, as for the Panthers, Spooler Stadium supremacy on the line. Northrop, of course, much improved this season, but they haven't beat the Panthers since 1999. This wouldn't help if you're a Panther or if you're a Bruins fan. John Barnes Jr. to Elijah Maxwell in the first quarter. It's 7-zip Snyder. No Bailey Mirzo at quarterback for the Bruins. He's nicked up. Seth Pearson steps in and does a heck of a job. Throws the football. Adrian Sewell with the great concentration for the touchdown. This one tied at 7-all. Then you're going to see Barnes looking for Simon Dellinger. Barnes had 3 touchdown passes. Oh, the deli is kosher here. This one was 21-21 at the half, but Snyder runs away in the second half to win it over the Bruins, 48-21. Always a good time when Carroll and Homestead get together. The Chargers trying to snap a 3-game losing skid against their rivals. First quarter action, Luke Goody to Trevin Taylor. Touchdown to the 1. Next play, Goody, the sophomore QB, keeps it, and it's 7-zip Homestead after that touchdown. Second quarter, Goody finding Griffin Little. Kid has burst onto the scene as a junior. He's a big target, and he makes it 17-3 Spartans. Later in the second, Jake Archbold now in at quarterback, and Archbold to Conrad Kazai. That is the kind of football Coach Chad Zoman likes to see. Is Homestead really dominant in this one over the Chargers, 38-17 Sparty victorious. At Chambers Field, totem pole up for grabs. Southside has won it the last 2 seasons. The legendary Don Hunter honored before the game. Second quarter, we're scoreless until Omar Jackson pounds it home from 1 yard out, and Southside, the Archers, take an early 6-zip lead, and they're thinking, hey, we're going to keep this totem pole on the south side of town. Well, Northside had other ideas. They have Ronald Collins III. That's a good place to start when you're trying to score. It's an 11-yard touchdown scamper. That ties it at 6-all. Fast forward to the fourth quarter for Mike Brevard's team. RC3 looking to RJ Armstrong, and he has got it. And guess what? He's into the end zone, and the totem pole is headed back to Northside as the Legends defeat the rival Archers 32-18 at Chambers Field. All right, totem pole back at Northside. How does it feel?
Oh, it feels great. Just seeing it here, it feels good. It's where it belongs. So, yeah, it feels great.
What was the key in tonight's game?
Just executing, doing what we need to do. I mean, that's all we ever want to do is just execute.
It means a lot, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't here last year, but, yeah, I came here. We did what we had to do tonight, and we executed. We came out with the dub, and we brought it back. You know what I'm saying? We did our thing. You know, I love my team. You know, the family.
Great win for the Legends. Hey, at Zollner Stadium, Wayne riding high after last week's win over Snyder. The Generals looking for their 6th win in a row, taking on Concordia, third quarter, 7-all. Brandon Davis avoiding the defense to Tyler Grossman. Touchdown for Grossman. It's 14-7, Concordia in the lead. They were playing without Jake Bird at QB. Later in the third, though, Brandon Young finds Keyshawn Fields, and Keyshawn Fields, folks, he's big, he's fast, he's physical. He's gone. This is 57 yards for Keyshawn Fields. He's a player. That ties it at 14-all. Now, Concordia would score a touchdown to make it 20-14. Ensuing kick. The Cadets try the onside kick, and it backfires big time. Sean Wiedemann, ball number 34, getting in for the touchdown. That turned the momentum around, and Wayne goes on to win at 27-20 over Concordia. Well, that's going to do it for the SAC, but we're going to hit up an ultra-competitive Northeast State Conference when we come back. First place on the lineup in Kendallville as East Noble hosts an up-and-coming Columbia City team. ACAC, we're talking about Adams Central looking to stay unbeaten. The second-ranked Jets hosting Southern Wells. Meanwhile, Woodland takes on a top team from Ohio. All that, and of course, much more coming up.
I'm Caroline Morrison, Concordia's homecoming queen. Stay tuned for more Highlight Zone.
How you feel right now, somebody in the locker room across the city feel the same way. And tonight somebody's going to feel victorious and somebody's going to feel bad. But what you guys need to do is you need to leave no doubt that when you walk off that field, you gave it your all.
Mike Brevard firing up Northside as they went on to beat Southside in the totem pole game. You're going to see more from Mike Brevard Wednesday at 6 in our 2-minute drill. As for the Northeast State coming into the night, East Noble, the team to beat for a conference title, no doubt about it. At 4-0, the Knights the only team undefeated in NE8 play. Now, Columbia City just a game behind at 3-1, so this was supposed to be a good one, and it was. Start of the third, we're tied 7-all. Caden Harshberger. How many times have we said this kid's name on the highlight zone over the years? 50-yard scamper for him. The Knights take a 14-7 lead. Columbia City, though, hey, they've got firepower. They've got flair, some would say. Jacob Wygant with a 21-yard touchdown run. That knots it at 14-all in the middle of the third. 14-14 still when Caden Harshberger in the fourth goes in from 4 yards out. Knights take a 21-14 lead, and then Bailey Parker has taken over nicely for Andrew McCormick to Hayden Jones. Woo! The one-hander from Jones. That puts the icing on the cake, a 42-yard strike as East Noble stays undefeated and atop the conference standings, 28-14.
I think we have a resilient team. We've trailed in a lot of games this year, and still, at the end of these games, winning by double digits and statistically, doing really well. So I'm just happy. I don't think our team panics, and our kids just did a great job, just staying the course and being focused on running the ball hard. And I think our offense is pretty tough to stop when we get it rolling.
Columbia City hosts Leo next week. East Noble at New Haven. Speaking of New Haven, the Bulldogs began the night a game behind East Noble in the conference standings. Dogs at home against Belmont. First play of the game, it's defense doing its thing. Nigel Fields Lewis with the interception for the fellas in purple. And then, well, they know what to do offensively, do the New Haven Bulldogs. Tim Jordan rolling out and finding Davion Wolford. That's a touchdown. New Haven up 7-0 and celebrating on the sideline. How about this? It's Jordan again to Nick Sexton across the middle. It's a 14-zip New Haven lead. Second quarter action. Belmont's offense starts to get it going. The quarterback, Jonathan Wilder, on the keeper. He gets deep into New Haven territory, but they would not score on the drive with the Braves. Later in the second, Stephen Owens up the gut for a score and made it 21-0. Belmont came back in this one, but it wasn't enough. New Haven wins it 24-21. At Lions Field, Leo needed some help to get in the conference title picture. A win against Huntington North would be a must. First quarter, Brett Taylor, he had 316 yards. Hits Zach Hubbard for the touchdown. 7-6 at that point. Peyton Wall then doing something for the Purple Pride. Wall, you think he's tackled, but yeah, he breaks free, and Wall goes all the way in as Leo builds a 12-7 lead. You saw Peyton Wall there. How about Peyton Wall here? Wall in again, and it's a 28-7 ball game. And then it's the big guy, Gavin Heber. If you're a coach, you love to see this. Heber with the interception, and the kid is going to go all the way. You got to love it. And it's Leo beating Huntington North, the final in this one, 42-21. Down at the Courtyard, Norwell hosting DeKalb, the Barons winners of 2 straight. Could they make it 3? Well, Tanner Jack saying, yeah, why not? Jack in for DeKalb, second touchdown in the game. The Barons up 14-zip. Later, you're going to see more from the DeKalb offense. It's John Bell, the senior, gets in to make it 21-zip. DeKalb not looking back. You're going to see Norwell's Belden Glasgow hit Bo Morgan, but simply too much DeKalb in this one tonight in Ossian. It's the Barons. They win again, 21-0 over the Knights. In the ACAC, after beating South Adams, Adams Central now ranked second in this week's 1A state poll. Jets facing Southern Wells, and Southern Wells doing some things defensively early on. That's a touchdown-saving interception there by Carl Walker in your living room, and then, well, you're going to see the ball coughed up by Southern Wells. Jacob Manley recovers for the Fightin' Mosiers. Second quarter, Jalen Hammond slams one in, a short yardage touchdown as Adams Central takes a 14-7 lead. And then it's Logan Macklin doing things that we've seen Logan Macklin do before, just avoiding the defense. As we've said many times, if it's Logan Macklin, the defense ain't tackling. That's pretty impressive. 21-7 AC there. Adams Central hangs 56 on Southern Wells, 56-14, the final. Bluffton riding a 2-game winning streak. The Tigers trying to make it 3 in a row against Heritage. Oh, that bad snap certainly would not help Nico Tagulis' team. Everett Johnson, well, he doesn't help if you're playing him. The big guy in for the touchdown as Bluffton leads 7-zip in the first. And then you're going to see Everett Johnson do what Everett Johnson does. He's been an absolute battering ram for Bluffton this season. Daddy Kunks loves it. That's a first down. And guess what? Everett Johnson can play the game of football. 14-7, 14-0, I should say, at that point. And then this would make it 14-7. Walter Kanapke up the middle. That'd be Heritage's first touchdown of the night. But they wouldn't have enough in this one as Bluffton continues to roll. 44-20, Tigers victorious. Final stop tonight, Woodland stepping out of conference, actually out of the States, as the Warriors hosting undefeated Lima Central Catholic. Woodland trailing 21-13 at the start of the second half. That was a fumble right there, and, you know, that's not going to help. 21-13 still. And then, you know, Woodland just having trouble hanging on to the football tonight. LCC had a lot to do with that. They recover deep in Woodland territory. It's 28-13 at that point. And then it's Lima Central Catholic running it up the gut and into the end zone. Lima Central Catholic takes care of Woodland tonight, 48-13 out in Woodburn. Stay tuned. We got more Highlight Zone, including your play of the week, coming up next.
Woodland! We are Woodland! We're the Homestead Spartans. Welcome back to the Highlight Zone.
Hey, it's time to talk play of the week. We got to go up to Kendallville for this one. You know, they call themselves affectionately the Roughnecks for their rough and tumble blue-collar play, but this baby is all finesse. Bailey Parker to Hayden Jones for the touchdown in the fourth quarter. So pretty. He's also a pretty good point guard on the basketball court, too. Hayden Jones of East Noble with your play of the week as the Knights remain undefeated in Northeast 8 play. Again, that's your Highlight Zone play of the week. Managed to eat the entire Magic Burger during the show. I think that's impressive. We'll see you next Friday.